Andy Summers from Cessnock in New South Wales is a sincere, sassy, and very dynamic performer with a spirited heart who found her rhythm while making waves across the Australian country music landscape as she effortlessly blends country, rock, and heartfelt storytelling with rich, expressive vocals. She was named the Independent Country Music Awards Best New Independent Female Country Artist in 2025, and she was also an Academy of Country Music People's Choice Awards finalist for the last 3 years running. Since 2023, Sandy has released original songs from her Summer Storm EP, along with co-writes with 10 Golden Guitar Award winner, or 10 times Golden Guitar Award winner Lynn Botel, what a lovely lady, and well-known songwriter Mac Country. Almost all of Sandy's releases have reached positions inside the top 10 of the Australian Country Songs Top 40 Airplay chart, as well as AMRAP's regional chart. Her songwriting has been acclaimed by both the Tamworth Songwriters Association and the Australian Songwriters Association. Sandy continues to evolve her craft with each new piece of work that she releases, and her latest single, the sensational track I played a minute ago, If I Were a River, which features the legendary Lynn Botel on backing vocals, is confirmation of her musical evolution currently being located in a very good place. Driven, determined, down-to-earth and creatively fearless, Sandy pours her heart into everything she does, and I am genuinely delighted to have this amazing songstress standing by on the phone, waiting to have a chat with me. So let's bring her on air without any further ado. Hello, Sandy. How are you going?
Hey, g'day, Harry T, and all the listeners down there in Pender Valley FM. Wow, that was quite the introduction. Thank you so much.
Oh, we're known.
I'm very humbled by that.
We're known for our great introduction. Don't worry about that. Put a lot of work in
Awesome.
them. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, look, you've got a good artist. You know, they deserve the accolades, and you know, you fit that bill. No worries at all.
Thank you.
So, look, first of all, I'd like to welcome you to the Country Club. It's the first time I've had you on the show. I hope it's not the last. But in any way, it's great to have you on the show, so thank you for joining me. It's a real privilege.
Yeah. I'm excited to be here and to share some insights into my music so that your listeners get to know me a bit better.
That's good. That's good. They should know you better.
Thanks.
Because you're a nice lady, so, you know, good to know. Okay, look, tell us the story behind this great song of yours, If I Were a River. What was the inspiration behind it?
Well, it starts with the She Songwriting Workshops that Lynn holds every year, and she holds them in the Hunter Valley and in other states as well. And I had been along to a few of them, but I'd never been lucky enough to have my name drawn out to write with Lynn Botel.
Right.
So there was a bit of panic when that happened inside of my head.
Okay.
But I went along prepared. Yeah, there were a lot of questions I had, and I was obviously starstruck. I'm starstruck by Lynn because she's not only a huge artist, but she's a wonderful person as well.
She is. She's a lovely lady. Yeah. Lovely lady, yeah. I agree.
She does
much like yourself.
Thank you. She does so many things to help artists.
She does,
and this has been one of the best experiences in my writing and singing evolution, as you call it, so far. Mm-hmm. So it's always going to be sticking out there as a memory. But, yeah, I went along and I thought I better be a bit prepared because I didn't want her to think that I was just using her. So I had a list of song titles and some ideas in mind for them. And I kind of sat the book down in front and we were just chatting away, and all of a sudden she just pointed on the page to this, is If I Were a River. She said, wow, what's this? I really like the look of this. Mm-hmm. And I explained to her I just sort of wanted to write a song to connect more to the Australian environment. And the way I could think about doing that was to describe my love using the environment. And I had this bit of a story in my head where I thought the song might go. But it took a turn when Lynn sort of suggested, well, why don't you just become the river? And during the process of writing, it was basically like the words fell into our mouth out of the surroundings that we were in. We had a wonderful mountain in front of us in this rural setting, and as we went to write the second verse, for example, a wedge-tailed eagle showed itself and started to soar above us, and So not only was the process fulfilling in the fact that it gave us a product, so to speak, but it just fulfilled our hearts just sitting there. You can imagine the joy and Lynn's smile when all this was happening. You know what type of a humongous smile she's got. So her face lit up, and the process was just so more relaxed. And it's hard to describe it. Very fulfilling.
Yeah, I get it, but the way you describe that scene, you know, that the mountains and the wedge-tailed eagle, and wow, that's it evokes the imagery of it, you know, so well. And I wish I was there with you, you know.
Yeah, well, that's right. And even when we were filming the film clip for it, it was up in the Hunter Valley at a place called Millfield, and I kind of said to the videographer, "Oh, wouldn't it be amazing if there was a bird of some type flew past so we could film it?" And lo and behold, a sea eagle flew over the top of us, and they were quick enough to get it on their cameras. And it's just like, what is happening, you know? But then again, the whole song is about this. For me, it's about standing still long enough, because our lives are so busy, just taking yourself to a place where you can stand long enough and appreciate nature. And it talks to you. I know that sounds a bit out there, but let it talk to you and let yourself feel it breathe beneath you. And it's, that's been a huge...
I get that. I've spent a bit of time out in the bush, and I know where you're coming from.
Thanks.
Yeah, you know, so it's very evocative, I've got to say, the way you describe it. It's amazing. You know, no wonder you're such a great songwriter, you know.
Oh, thank you. It is hard to come up with ideas for songs, and you know, that's part of the songwriting processes. Is they do talk about when you get writer's blocks and trying to find a subject, and there are just so many different avenues you can go to get inspiration from that. So it's very helpful. I really feel like I've grown with attending those workshops, and I just wish I could do more, but you know, there's things that get in the way sometimes with life. But I'm forever writing. I've just come back from the Tamworth Country Music Festival, and I've written probably 3 or 4 songs already. So it's just, while it's fresh in my mind and while I've got that inspiration. And I think that goes for most of the arts. So long as you keep your hand into something, the more creativity seems to just keep flowing. So I'll just keep that process going while I can.
Absolutely, yeah. It is like turning a tap on sometimes, isn't it, you know?
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it there, Harry. Thank you,
Oh, you're welcome. Maybe I should have been a songwriter. No.
Look, I really think that anyone can be a songwriter. You don't have. I wasn't an A grade scholar at school with English. In fact, I thought I was. I'd do all this creative writing and think it was amazing in my own heart and mind, and then I get a mark back for an exam, and it was very disappointing. I'd be thinking, well, I've used metaphors and all these types of tools at your hand with the English language, but you know, you don't have to be an A grade scholar to write a song. You just have to look inside your heart, and it's just all about feelings.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? You know, because I mean, music's emotive by its very nature, and you know, you have to write when you write a song. I think you have to write to that to make the song work.
Yeah, that's right, Harry, and it can come to you in a number of ways. It can come to you just as a melody, or it can come to you as a poem. You might wake up singing something. That's happened to me before. That's called channeling. So it comes to you in different ways. But sometimes you do have to force the process by sitting down and thinking about a subject. So, but that's where If I Were a River came easy, with the environment talking to us like it did.
Yeah, I get that. Now, I will talk to you about Tamworth in a minute, but first of all, I just want to explore whether or not there's a plan in your future for an upcoming album.
Oh, it's funny you should say that. I'm actually working towards that.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I am. I've already got some songs that are mastered, but I think I might revisit those because as you go along, you kind of evolve, and then you look back on what you've done, and because these songs haven't been released, I could tweak parts of them. So that's what I'm thinking where I am, and then I've got this new material as well. So it means if I have to go to the studio, I just want to be organised with everything. So that could take a couple of months before I get organised.
Sure.
I could drop a release in the meantime. Excuse me. I've just got to think about how to line my ducks up with that, and money is a little bit of a part of that as well. So,
Right.
but yeah, my motto for 2026 is it's actually not a motto, but I don't know what you'll call it. But my saying is, plans make dreams come true.
Okay.
And I think so long as you have plans, it's where you start to make your goals happen. So that's where I am this year.
That makes perfect sense. It's perfectly logical, I think, anyway.
It's pretty simple, but it's just the inspiration that I need to keep going. So
The simple ideas are often the best.
they do say that.
Yep. Okay, so now, look, later on, when I remember, I might send you to our mailing address here at the studio. When your album is released, could you please send me a CD?
I certainly can. I can send you a few EPs that I have at the moment, which are in hard copy and CD form. So I'll send you some EPs, and you can maybe some of the listeners can ring in, and I don't know whether you could do something with them to run some type of competition if they want. Yeah, if they want to have a crack at it.
I'll do something with them.
To think about.
I'll do something with them. Everyone needs a drinks coaster.
Yes, but definitely I can.
I'm only joking.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah, that's about what you wonder where the use is for them these days. But I know I have a collection of them, and I don't use them well enough, as I still do the tapes, the cassette tapes as well. But you never know.
Well,
so, absolutely, I'll send you that album. I really hope that it comes to fruition by the end of the year, because I want to put it out there. I've been inspired by what I've seen at Tamworth with artists that have compiled albums, and the recognition that they've got for it. And it's definitely a place that I'd like to sort of explore.
Sure. Well, that's what you say is absolutely correct. Now, let's talk about Tamworth. Tell me about some of the highlights that you personally experienced there. As a performer and as an artist. I mean, what was it like? What was the atmosphere like? Paint me the picture.
Absolutely. Okay, so I had quite a busy calendar because this planning thing was in my head. So I probably didn't need to, but because my husband wasn't around, I thought I would busk while I waited for him. So I busked for 5 days until he arrived. So I was out on the street, and, if you want to ask me my favourite part about that, is that whilst you're out on the street busking, the joy that you bring to people's faces is just so hard to explain, but my precious memories are those people that aren't so well off with their carers, and their faces just light up with music. It's amazing to see what music can do for these disadvantaged people.
Yeah.
For example, like one of them sat for a good 3 songs and listened to me, and then came over and put money in my case, and I was quite humbled by that. I wanted to turn it away and say, you don't have to give me your money. Just I'm happy with what the elation that I've seen on your face. So that is my precious memory on Peel Street and busking, is the joy that I can bring to people. The other thing is I did some radio interviews up there as well. They have pop-up radio stations. But they set up in different clubs. So I attended 3 of those, and then the resident station that's up there at Tamworth as well. And I really enjoy radio interviews. I just do. I don't know why. But at first I was quite shy about them, but it's just about connecting to everyone with my music, and I have a strong connection with radio announcers, great friendships. So, and I really hope that that's forming for us too, Harry, and I'm sure it will. That we'll contact each other again in the future and be in a great space. So, but the most outstanding part of my festival was obviously I won the People's Choice Award for Best Female Vocalist.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you. I was up against 4 other ladies for female vocal: Sarah Lynn. Kathy Carver, I think Shazza Lee, and who's the fourth one? Oh, of course, Max Jackson was the fourth one. And so I had totally discounted myself because of the array of outstanding talent, and so I was quite shocked when they called my name. So much so that I just completely forgot to turn to my husband and give him a little bit of a thank you kiss, because he's a great supporter of mine. I just sort of it was like I was out of the blocks. I heard the gun and off I was up onto the stage. And I didn't really have a speech prepared, but I was shaking. It was just something that I never expected. And to be able to perform up there in the town hall where all these wonderful, well-known performers have been through the history of music, performed on that stage, and also the next day I performed at the ICMA Awards as well.
Right.
I was up for 3 awards or 3 nominations there with them.
Okay.
But I've got to say I met Hayley Jensen, and Hayley took out a lot of the awards that day, and she's just an amazing human being and artist. So I feel like I was really blessed to be there, to be able to make that connection with her too. So, and this is it. We just grow. I think Tamworth is great for networking with everyone and just cross-pollinating your ideas, and it just makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm part of a family.
Yeah.
I've sort of personally, I've come from a place in my life where I really don't feel like I've belonged in my family.
Okay.
That's a bit of a long story, but to go there and just feel like you're accepted, no matter what level of artist you are, everyone's friends, and we all have a common goal, which is music. It's just wonderful.
That's what I find with with particularly country music people. That they are so embracing, of others. They're very very. Generous with the things that they offer on a personal level to other people.
Absolutely, and you can take Lynn Botel as a perfect example.
Absolutely.
For that too. Yeah.
Absolutely, you could not find a better example. And I think Max Jackson fits that bill too, to some extent.
He does.
She's
a lot of
Go on. Yeah.
A lot of them do, don't they?
Yeah, they do. I find that. It's very rare for me to speak to anyone from the Australian country music industry who isn't a nice person. I mean, I've interviewed people like Lee Kernaghan and the A-list of Australian country music, and they're just down to earth and friendly and giving. They're just I can't explain it, but they're just really, really nice people.
It is. It's a really happy place to be.
It is, yeah.
I mean, again, that's the inspiration as well, to sort of be involved with that too. So, we're very, very lucky to have this in Australia. So, I'm embracing as much of it as I can while I can, and I'm trying to be one of those people too that help out. I just love seeing other artists succeed as well. So often, if you're following me on my Facebook page, I'll put some stuff up about other artists. In fact, I put something up about Amber Lawrence today because Amber was at a festival. Yeah, she was in the sun and she obviously needed a bit of sun protection, so she made this makeshift cape out of a Coles bag.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, she was making a bit of fun out of herself, but I thought, how ingenious.
That's great.
We need to protect ourselves from the sun in Australia. So, she's done a good job there,
It doesn't surprise me. She's a very, very nice person as well.
Yeah, fun.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, I've just had a look at the clock, Sandy, and we're out of time. In fact, we're over time.
Right.
But look, I've so enjoyed talking with you today on the phone, and I thank you so much for taking the time to do this. I do appreciate it genuinely, very much, for taking the time out of your Sunday afternoon to have this chat with me. It's very nice of you, and I will send you that information later on today.
Thank you.
And hopefully send me whatever you've got, EPs, whatever.
Will do.
Because I don't have enough of your material in my playlist. I want more.
Okay, that's fine. We'll work towards that. And thank you to Harry and the Country Club for such a warm reception and for allowing me this opportunity to talk to you.
I hope it's not the last one. I'm sure it won't be.
No, it won't be.
That's good. Okay, look after yourself, Sandy, and all the best to you. I wish you every success, and I look forward to watching you rise through the echelons of Australian country music until you get to the very top.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thanks, Harry T, and thanks, Plenty Valley FM.
Okay, thank you. Okay, bye for now, Sandy.
Bye, Harry T.
Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye.